Hey, Nightwing. I know this is an awkward question, but do you think I could read a eulogy at your funeral? I'll sing a song. I can make people cry. Hi, I'm Jason Inman, and I like to read comic books. That's why in the week of January 22nd, I read all the DC New 52 comic books that were published in the world. I'm going to give each of these a buy it, borrow from a friend, or a skip it rating. Before I get to that, don't forget to go to majorspoilers.com, the comic book website where they know that you love comic books, and we do too. Now enough of this jibba jabba, let's get on to some reviews. Animal Man number 27. This is the most Conan the Barbarian-like issue of Animal Man that there has ever been. Basically, it's Maxine and Buddy, and they're lost in the Red, and they're fighting for their lives against Brother Blood, who is trying to control the Red. If you don't know what the Red is the mystical universe place where all animal people get their animal powers. That's why Beast Boy is red in the New 52. Basically, this issue is pretty good. It's a little helter-skelter in some parts because you're just going to see Animal Man fighting a bunch of monsters, Maxine fighting a bunch of monsters. If you hate the color red, you're going to get tired of it because they're in the red, all the skies are red. The pencils get a little loose sometimes, but it's still a great book, and it's still one of DC's best books, so that's why I'd give it a buy it. Batman number 27, the Batman of Zero Year, the Batman with the purple gloves, the Batman of Bob Kane gets to have a heart-to-heart conversation with Commissioner Gordon. And it's that conversation that spearheads this issue and finally makes this the best issue of Zero Year yet. I have had some problems with Zero Year. I'm a big Year One lover. But this issue right here comes together. Greg Capullo has some excellent pencils with some amazing, amazing colors by his colorist. This is the issue that sealed it to me. I guess because previous issues I hadn't felt an emotional connection, and now I do. Now I know, I see the reason why Batman and Commissioner Gordon become allies. I'm still a big fan of Commissioner Gordon being a Chicago-based Gotham Police Department guy, but I'm okay that he's now worked the Wayne's murder. If you like Batman, you like Batman Origin Tales, you like amazing art because Greg Capullo is knocking out of the park in this book, then you know what? I would check out Batman number 27's definite buy it. Batman and Two-Face number 27. An interesting retelling of Two-Face's origin, but I think I liked it a lot better when it was called The Long Halloween and didn't have a ginger Irish redhead in it. There's an interesting two-page fold done by Patrick Gleason that kind of hints back to all the Damien Death issues, which is interesting, but that's about the best thing about this book. The art, Patrick Gleason does an amazing job, but otherwise, this book, this story, there's not enough there. We didn't need a retelling of Two-Face's origin. We didn't need to change it. It's there in The Long Halloween. I know we're in the New 52, but you know what? My brain can put 2 and 2 together and make Long Halloween equal Two-Face, and it works out just fine, DC. So I hate to say it, this is the first issue of the Batman and Robin title that is a skip it. Batwoman number 27. And there's an ending ripped straight out of Three's Company. A little girl walks down a hallway until she finds, dun dun dun, Batwoman's mask. And Batwoman's like, oh no, you found out my secret identity. Gas. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have left that mask in the middle of the hallway. Anyways, there's not much to this book. Basically, it's Batwoman doing some stuff. You know, I really feel that DC doesn't know what to do with Batwoman right now. I feel that Batwoman would be very, very well served by being on a team book. I mean, there are like 70 gajillion Justice Leagues out there. Let's put Batwoman on a Justice League team because she's never felt like part of the Bat family. She has always been an outsider and she really needs to be part of something because right now she's kind of floundering on her own. So this is a skip it. Birds of Prey number 27. We learn the origin of Magneto, like called Condor, in this issue, but nobody cares. That's why this is a skip it, because it's very cliche and uninteresting. Skip it. Green Lantern New Guardians number 27. Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern, is out in space and he's with Carol Danvers and basically he fights some space aliens that look a lot like Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's about it. That's all there is to this issue. If you really like Green Lantern, I would suggest reading this book. It's not a horrible book, but I would stay away from it unless you're a great Green Lantern fan or a huge Kyle Rayner fan. Otherwise, this is basically a borrow from a friend. Harley Quinn number 2. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy have a sleepover, then we have a gratuitous underwear shot that we have to see that Poison Ivy gratuitously has to kiss Harley Quinn on the head, and they deal with their adventures about a bunch of puppies and gardens. And no, I did not make any of that up, which leads me to the biggest fact of this whole issue, that why can't we put Harley Quinn back in the amazing Bruce Timm costume from the animated series? That costume is classic. That costume works. Harley now, they put her in some uncomfortable positions that really is too provocative, I think. Well, it just devalues her character. Harley Quinn is an amazing character. She should not be devalued because of the way she dresses. Right now, it just doesn't work. and this book doesn't work, and that's why it's a big, big skip it. Justice League number 27. Now, this is a Justice League book that I can get behind. Since the New 52, the Justice League title by Jeff Johns has basically been a Michael Bay movie with a lot of punch, punch, punch. Darkseid shows up, and other people magic-y, magic-y. Some Shazam backups happen sometimes. But this book gets to the nitty-gritty. It gets to some great character moments. Vic Stone gets rebuilt by his dad to looking like the classic pre-New 52 cyborg, and it looks good. It looks great. We get to reveal to the Red Room. Apparently, in the New 52 DC, there's rooms. There's a lot of rooms. There's a black room, there's a white room, there's a donkey room. Shh, don't talk about that one. But there are all kinds of rooms. We learn about the Red Room, and then we get a little bit of a mystery and an intrigue because the Metal Men are introduced back into the DCU, and they're mysterious, and Dr. Will Magnus wants nothing to do with the Metal Men. It's things like that that make the DCU interesting. That's what books should be. Character moments, mystery, intrigue. Yes! And that's why this is a buy it. Trinity Sin, Pandora number 7. The Trinity of Sin, Pandora number 7. The Blight storyline continues by having Pandora monologue a lot and float around in metaphysical space. And that's all that happens in this, folks. And that's why this is a definite skip it. Unless you like metaphorical physical space, then float around and find this book in the ether. But for the rest of you, skip it. Wonder Woman number 27. I'm going to give you 5 words why you should be reading this book. Wonder Woman fights a bear. That's right. It's a grizzly. She fist fights a grizzly bear. Yeah, it's a bear that is actually a shape-shifted god known as the Moon, who she talks about to get some help to go hunt for the Moon, but it's still awesome, and it proves why this book is amazing. I love this book. Great art by Cliff Chang. Great storylines. Delve into that Greek mythology. Get deep. This one felt the most like Greek mythology. We get like, you know, a lot of the pigs and the truffles and stuff like that. You'll know what I'm talking about if you're a big fan of Greek mythology if I say pigs. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to say, but there you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. Read this book. Make yourself a Wonder Man or woman by reading Wonder Woman. And it works well. Buy it. And my pick of the week, my one book that if you can only buy one comic book this week, if you only have the money for one comic book, the book that you should buy is definitely Batman number 27. Commissioner Gordon, Batman, some emotional moments, some great art. If you can only buy one book this week, that is the book you should buy. And that is all the new 52 comic books for January 22nd. As always, go to majorspoilers.com, the comic book website where they know that you love comic books, and we do too. Love their podcast. Go check out, they did top 5, a recent top 5, where they list off the top 5 things that they like to top 5 about as a list, and they talk about it. It's good. Go check it out. As always, leave a comment below. Tell me what you liked about this video. Tell me what you hated about the video. Tell me the comic books you're reading. Tell me what you wanted me to review next week. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. That always helps. I love the engagement. I love doing this for you guys because I have an excessive love of comic books. I have a love of comic books that's probably not healthy, unless being healthy is, I'm not even making sense. That's what my comic book love does for me. Leave me a comment below. It really helps. I appreciate every single one of you that watches this. If you have any comic book questions, let me know downstairs in the comments below. I internet love you. I'm Jason Inman, and I shall be seeing you next week. Ta-ta. Be seeing you. In all the hours of Star Trek, they have never, ever shown a space toilet. Wow. Why is that?
It's probably because it's just like a, you know, like a Jeffries tube that runs right out.
Some of you in the comments have requested, I used to do this thing after the title screen, the end screen, outro, whatever you want to call it. I just would vamp, I would go, I would just talk unedited, and some of you said you wanted it back. So I'm going to do a shorter, minuscule version of that. Real quick, and give you some updates. I'm working on a web series right now that's going to be happening on this channel. It's very nerd related. I'm going to let you know it's related to Star Trek, and that should happen sometime in February, hopefully. You guys have also asked about some updates with the podcast. I'm going to give you some spoilers on that. It should be happening the second week of February. Yes, we've got all the stuff. We've just been planning it. It's going to be very informative. It's going to be about geek. It's not going to be just about comic books. It's going to be about all geeky things. And it's going to be a podcast that you're going to learn from. You're going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to learn no stinking shit from a podcast. Whoops. I just want to listen and laugh. Well, you're going to laugh during this. That's guaranteed. You know me, I'm going to make you laugh, right? I mean, I'm a funny guy. Totally funny guy. The other thing is that it's very geek related, but it can be all things besides comic book. You know, comic book's gonna be a big thing of it, but it's not gonna be the only thing about it. So, you know, mom and dad and grandma can listen to it, of course. I gotta keep in grandma. So that's gonna happen the second week of February. If everything goes right, cross your fingers. Go check out Geek Tea, guys. That is going to become a weekly series every Wednesday. Next week is Sterling Gates, the former writer of Supergirl, current writer of Forever Evil Argus. Go check that out. I got a lot of great guests coming up. I got a lot of stuff happening. Please go check it out. I can only do this with the help of you guys. And I appreciate that. So, yeah. And go check out Major Spoilers. They're great. I write some comic book review articles for them, and go check that out. I know this is be more like, hey, go check out my stuff, go whatever, you know. But, you know, that's just where I am right now. And Arrow last night was awesome. Did you see that badass Deathstroke suit? It looked like the Arkham Origin suit. Whew! Awesome. That show just gets better and better and better. Yeah. It's good stuff, right? I know. Hashtag kisses if you've made it this far in the video. Down below.